definitely a contender, ready to, he could, bro.
Who it was Oliveira.
Yeah. And I think the weight class right now, that weight class is so stacked that I mean any of those top 5 could be a champion.
Yeah.
That's just me. But we ready? What up? We back. We might have. I don't know. I hope you're on your A game, dude. We'll see. My liver's saying no. But anyway, we got Tomas running all the gizmos and gadgets, and it's kind of nice. We kind of got somebody on point there. So if you can't run it, I got someone here that can.
The legend himself.
Today's guest is the one and only Terrence Wittman, aka known as I
Visualize.
I Visualize.
Yep.
Yeah, I could never spell that. Barely say it. But anyways, Terrence is the man. He literally is. I pretty much see you more than I see my wife sometimes now in camp, which is crazy, right? Like I do. Like I mean, we pretty much see each other all the time because your office is like honest now, and that's pretty much my job if I'm not doing this. So I'm always there. Now that we're in camp and Justin's not golfing as much, we're there pretty much hanging out, working out, right? So it's kind of nice, which I missed, and I love it. I just honestly, when Justin decides to hang it up, it's gonna be tough for me. I think, I really is, and I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna maybe ask your dad, can I fill out a job like it? You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just gonna miss it, I think. And it's gonna suck even worse is Marcus goes to school next year. You know what I mean? So then I'm gonna literally be by myself.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But anyways, I got lots to talk to you about. And I feel like I always pull out these fillers on my IG and who do people want to hear from and on the show and everything. And I must say I got bombarded by you. And I was like, and when did I hit you up? It was before Christmas, after, or maybe before Thanksgiving, maybe.
Yeah.
I remember I did my last one I did, and I was like, oh shit, I could totally do Terrence. And I said definitely. So we finally got to work out. Justin's at the UFC for this week in LA.
Yep.
And I was like, I'll just knock this bitch out because we ain't got to be as smart today. And I was like, he was like, yes, let's do it. And I was like, dope. Did you tell your dad you were coming out here to do it?
Yeah, he was like, that's awesome. He's like, you got to do that and promote the series and everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was looking at it. I'll just put this out because what do you start next week or
Monday's first day?
This coming Monday.
Yep.
Damn, I might need to go get a haircut.
It came up really quick.
Oh shit! So tell everybody about the series, from to the road to whatever fight we're going. I don't know what you're going to call this one, but you're pretty much married to us in the gym, and you film pretty much all the crazy stuff.
Yep.
And how much fucking footage do you actually have of a training camp?
Well, so it kind of differs in everything we do, but I'd say probably because we do 6 full episodes, 7 weeks out. We post every Monday leading up until fight week. Episode 6 goes out the Monday of fight week. And then after that, it's 4 episodes of Behind the Curtain.
And that's pretty much churn and burn.
Yeah. So I film. So say we release the last episode of the Road 2 series on that fight week Monday.
Yep.
I'll film that Monday, and half of Tuesday, and then because I've done it kind of different the last couple of times, but I'll film pretty much a day and a half, edit it that second day, and then post it that next day. And so I'm posting 3 videos within fight week, and the third episode was out on fight day on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one's, the locker room.
Yeah. After the fight.
So that usually goes, and I give myself more time on that one to kind of, put a lot of effort into it. Cause that one's more of a story.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, honestly, I gotta say, like, just the amount of feedback that I've gotten, what I mean, I mess with cameras and I video it, and just like your dad did it.
Yeah.
And me and your dad have talked numerous times. Like, you are so, like, I don't know if you're passionate about what you can't tell, how you tell it, but like, it comes out to be way better than I'm living it. I'm there in fight week and all, 8 weeks of camp, 6 weeks of camp that we filming. I'm gonna love it because, like we said, one day Justin's gonna stop, and Marcus and my kids or whoever will always have that to look back and be like, damn, Dad was a tool. You know what I mean? But like that's what I love about having all that is like I always can look back and live the moment again. You know what I mean? And you tell it with so like I said, like one of the best. Like you have embedded, you have the countdown, and they have their own production team, sound guys, producers. They have pretty much an endless budget too. And don't get me wrong, your equipment is fucking nice. I know. Believe me, I know. But like literally, like you are that one person and the videos out.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
And I mean the views and the comments, it's not just my opinion. Everybody loves them, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I feel like, even the day with Justin Gaethje, right? You just put that out with him, and pull that one up on YouTube real quick. It's Justin Gaethje, right? And like, it is not, to me, that wouldn't be like something about to fucking watch.
Yeah.
But you make it like fun, right? Like
you make it fun too.
Well,
so,
yeah,
like, you
to
add
a point.
To
a point, yeah. But like literally, like minus me, let's just say that. But like, how are you gonna make Justin look like a superstar that he already is? You do a lot of it, right? Like you make him, because you and I both know Justin is a goober.
Yeah.
Right. Like that's what makes Justin, and that's why not something he doesn't pretend he's something he's not.
Yeah, exactly.
I listened to the podcast with him and old boy that we did at the gym, and I finally listened to the whole thing, and I was only there for half of it. And I try to say like I don't know Justin. I put myself in this know Justin, but dude, I fucking became more of a fan listening to that fucker because he literally speaks from the heart.
Yeah.
So like, there you go. He does. Your latest video was from the day life of Justin. So tell people, like, when does that start? Like, when do you literally go to his house, and when does it end? How do you, like? Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So this one, well, our goal is we want to have videos up every week, all the time. And he loves golf, so we're trying to figure out a way to, him go against other UFC fighters or whatever, so we could, one, put out footage for fans to watch, and something where he can prolong his, be able to play golf for the rest of his life.
Right.
But anyways, with the videos, so pretty much what happens is each week I'll every other week will be, or each week is different.
Right.
So like the first week I'll, Monday morning I'll go to his house, film him, getting ready, making coffee, drinking his protein shake or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'll drive with him to the gym, get an interview with him, and film the workout, film you guys interacting and all that. And then Monday and Wednesdays he does workouts at Landau's. So he'll do weightlifting one day and then strength and conditioning the next,
Right.
on Wednesday. And so each week I'll do it different. So one week it'll be like I'll go to his house on a Monday and then go to Landau on Monday. And then the next week, I'll go to his house in the morning on Wednesday and then go to Landau on Wednesday. So then it's not the same workouts every week where it's repetitive.
You're changing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I mean,
it gets repetitive.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're filming the same shit.
Yeah. And I get nervous with, some of the videos we do, it's the same workouts pretty much every week. His workouts specifically change and everything he does within the workout is different, but to some people it might be repetitive at the same, training, same time, blah, blah, blah. So I try to do it different, where it's not repetitive. And that's why, like, when you guys, interact and spar and all this and, prank each other, and it breaks it up. And it doesn't, and like, that's the best thing about like the camp that we have is it's not
why does the camera got to be on when that shit happens? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like something like that, like it shows, it's not like if you go ask someone, doesn't know much about UFC or fighting or anything, they would like everyone's thoughts about it's gonna be different. Like you might, if I didn't know anything about fighting or you'd expect all this training, everything to be like a boot camp or something like so serious. Like everyone's, it's like training so hard.
They
and
think like UFC and MMA is so serious and so hard, which it is. Don't get me wrong. There's a time and place for that, but that's not. And I'm sure there's camps out there that's fucking, dry like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm sure it is, but I mean, I guess that's what makes us have us. I mean, the reason I do it like the way I do it is like how I put out my image and everything. One, I was a fighter like him.
Yeah.
It's stressful. It's hard. It fucking sucks, dude. And, and I was nowhere near as good as Justin. All the extra stress and also the pressure that he gets. Like I just come in there and just try to make it fun as fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, he knows when it's time to show up and, clock in and work. We all do. We were professional, but there's times where, it is time to have fun. And because it's like anything, going to your job every day, when you're doing the same thing over and over, how boring is that? How tiring is it? How, and it's not necessarily motivating to go to do your work, but you have to have discipline to go to your work, right? And I mean, that's just human nature to us.
Yeah. And
if I can make that little fun, oh shit, today's Monday, me and him are gonna fuck around.
Yeah.
And now that we have you to film and everything, like, and in today's world, everything is social media, right? So like, why not have fun with it? You know what I mean? And I don't know. I just think, yes, there's probably camps out there that are pretty fucking more serious than us. But when it's time to go to work, we go to work. Exactly, that, right? Yeah. I mean, there's no reason, there's no way your dad have all those belts up in his gym if we were just fucking grabbing ass, playing ass, right?
Yeah.
So.
And I had a comment today where the guy was like, someone said, Justin would be unstoppable if he didn't fuck around so much. And I'm just like, I don't.
Well, and that's the internet, and you read it. You read the comments just like I do.
Yeah.
Right. Like whether it's the YouTube channel, or my post that I've been doing lately. Right. And to me, I shouldn't read it, but I do because I care. Right. I care. Yeah. And I wanted, if people are like, oh, this is stupid, why would I keep doing it? Right.
Yeah.
But obviously that's not the case. Right. So it's, he'd be so good. You guys should have, like, bitch, you guys have no idea, right?
Exactly.
It's the internet. So that's why you got to just take it with a grain of salt, right? And like Justin, he's like, are the comments good? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, is there a lot of stupid ones? I'm like, well, there's always stupid ones, but it's more good than bad, right? Because Justin's like, I don't get involved. He doesn't even try to get in.
Yeah. And
which I don't blame him, right? Yeah. Because he goes, I started reading some of the comments and I've read some of the Max Holloway comments and shit like that. And he goes, it's just, I mean, yeah, that would be hard to fucking read and hear the fucking, And then I'm like, dude, this motherfucker's 13 years old.
I know exactly. Yeah.
Why would you be making a fuck? You know?
But I get it, and I don't know how. Even it affects no matter what you say online. I mean, it's still affecting whoever's reading it, and yeah, because I do read all the comments, and I could get 100 good responses and then one bad one, and it like eats me up.
Yeah,
but I don't like.
Yeah.
And even if it's not for our videos or whatever, if I see a post about Justin and someone's talking shit, like,
oh yeah,
I don't know, it bothers me, and I try not to let it bother me.
Oh,
but it's still,
well,
it's like,
the funniest one on the one that when me and Justin are doing our videos right now, the one that I'm commentating, dude, this fucking guy goes on there and goes, Justin's washed up. If you can let fucking this fat Mexican piece him up like this, you know what I mean? Like, he's done. Why is he even doing? And I'm like, guys, we're not fucking going hard. We are just playing, dog. It's fun. You know what I mean? Like, we're sparring, but it's not like
exactly
Tuesday or Friday sparring. Because if it was that, there's no way in hell I'm fucking surviving, right? And that's like I said, like that big when I hit him with the body shot and dropped him, right? And people were like, "Oh, how the fuck how's he getting dropped by you?" And I'm like, "For one, bitch, I'm a big motherfucker and I do know how to punch." And we were throwing hard that day. We were. And I said anybody can get dropped by a body shot. And I said anybody can fucking drop anybody, but I'm a fucking big dude. And I go literally like, oh, he's just washed up and done. I'm like, dude, you have no fucking idea what you've never been hit in the body.
No.
And that's why I said like the internet is gonna always be undefeated because, and I love the internet because it's fun for me. I love it. And that's one thing I've always told Justin. I was like, being who you are, you're famous, and like even me putting these podcasts out and whatever, like I'm recording, so whatever it says is gonna stay there, right? We can't be mad at it because we're using it. We're doing it, right? And
that's true.
So that's why we got to be like, hey, you got to take it with the good and the bad, because there's some times where I've gotten drunk on here that I probably said some shit that I haven't, you know what I mean? And or drank way too much and I started slurring my words, and I'm like, dude, I'm an idiot. Why am I doing this? Be more professional. But you learn,
exactly.
And but that being said, like Justin's, has a way bigger audience, and that's what's kind of been so cool for me and you is like we've, we do ride his coattail now, but like it's helping us in our career. So much, and that's what's so cool about Justin is he's letting us do this. He's helping us do it, He doesn't have to collaborate with me on those posts. You know what I mean? He doesn't, but he realizes that'll help me and and it is fucking funny.
I mean, that is true. But it is a cool thing because like I love doing the videos because one, I get to, he kind of lets me do my own thing. He just bees himself and trains, and I just film and edit my way and add music my way. And
he doesn't like go over you and tell you like micromanage you.
Exactly.
And hey, let's do this. Let's have some of this.
Exactly. Yeah. He doesn't say anything. He just pretty much lets me do my own thing, and that's cool because I get to use my passion and my eye to tell his story. And it's cool because my stuff gets seen
worldwide.
Worldwide,
real fast.
Like
overnight shit fast. Like it's nuts.
And it's really cool, and I'm like, grateful is an understatement, but like it's just cool because like I'm so passionate about it, and being able to like see comments, saying like this is the best workout here or best, fight content and blah 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 and everything, and like it's really cool to see. It's hard to kind of see it and believe it, but it's
well when you're outside back, and I'm looking, and it's funny nowadays because I don't know who the hell I was talking to, maybe JJ Rich at high altitude when it was sparring day, and I look and I see more cameramen or videographers and coaches on the floor. And I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But, you know, at the same time, it's a must now if you want to be, you know, get sponsors. I mean, look at me. Like, I get it, you know, and these guys want to be seen in highlight reels and they're trying to promote themselves too. So I get it. So like I you know, I'm trying to tell my kids, like Eva would trade, right? And I'm like, hey man, I got this nice camera. You know, I always tell Eva, like, you should take pictures. Marcus like loves it. Like,
it's fun,
and you saw the pictures he did the other day. So I had to adjust them. Like they were crooked, right? But I could, you know, adjust them. And but how cool were some of those shots?
Yeah, no, he's got skill. He's gonna be running to be on the streets next week.
I was like, holy cow, dude, this is so cool. Like it was like it was just really surreal for me because I'm like, I mean, I know it was on autofocus and everything, but the kid's 4 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, but like, you know, say he picks it up as a hobby, or you know, or even more, you know, 10 years from now, you know, look where he's at. Like
he's gonna be showing me how to run one of those cameras. You know what I mean?
That's a cool thing with like, I mean, because I had like, you know, I grew up around technology and computers and stuff, you know, and I was lucky enough where it wasn't a big thing until, you know, it's probably in middle school and stuff where everyone had iPads and iPods and stuff. So I still got to experience, you know, like
the old fashioned.
Yeah, exactly. Like playing outside and stuff. But I mean, I still grew up around. Which is cool because now, like, you know, when I got into high school and stuff, I started, you know, taking pictures and editing. And
is that what it started for you? Learning this in high school?
So, pictures I've been doing since probably like, I mean, even I'd say like middle school because I had my mom got me one of those like, you know, like those cheap Walmart cameras. You know? And just, you know, for Christmas one
digital
year.
Cameras though. It was digital. Yeah.
And then I just started taking pictures and then I had an iPod or maybe it was my phone. I don't know, but they had an app on there. It was an HDR app. So you'd pretty much take a picture. We'll take 3 pictures. It's kind of like bracketing on like cameras. So it takes like a low exposure picture, a medium, you know, like a neutral picture, and then a high exposed, you know, picture for like shadows and stuff, and then it merges it. So you get all the clouds and you get all the foreground and stuff, all the shadow, you know. So everything's very like even, and it looks, you know,
badass.
Yeah, it looks badass and a little fake, you know. But there's an app that was on the Apples, and I would just go around taking pictures with that, and like I fell in love with it. Like, we went on trips and I would just take pictures and I mean, I really enjoyed it. And then once I got to that, my mom, I split a camera with her, cheap Canon, Rebel or whatever. And then got that, started taking pictures in my free time. And then once I really realized that this was like a passion, and I mean, I was doing it every weekend after school. I'd go out.
That's what you do. Just pick up the camera and go.
Yeah. And so then like sophomore year of high school, that's when I started saving up for the camera, and I ended up, I spent like a year doing research, trying to find the best, cheapest one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got like a Nikon, and then that's when kind of I really like took, you know, a step up. I go out, I learned long exposures, taking pictures of the stars and stuff. And
that's the shit's fun to me.
Yeah, and that's like the most fun experience I've had with taking pictures is when you experience something new and you learn something new. And so like going out and learning how to do it long exposure and learning how to take pictures of the stars, like, I don't know, like it's just a cool experience because, you know, you're kind of like experiencing something you haven't experienced yet with that. So, but yeah, I was doing all that. And then in the meantime, with my classes in high school, I was doing Photoshop and Lightroom and editing pictures, and I was doing like album covers and stuff for fun.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I would get like rappers and I would get their pictures online and then do all these crazy like
Photoshop type shit.
Yeah.
Dope. Yeah. That's cool. So I guess here's the thing. Like for me, like if I could do it all over, I would love to go back and go to school and do it. But like, I feel like the more guys like I talk to, that are with like I just recently had some country singers here, and they had cameramen, and I was looking at their shit, and I'm like, God dang, it's legit, right? Like it's cool. And I'm like, well, how'd you do it? He was like, YouTube, self-taught. I buy a camera and fucking learn. Just fuck with it. It's different. Like some people like that grainy look. And I said, dude, that's crazy. I was like, you didn't go to school for any of this. And he's like, no, I just fucking got really good.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I think I can go wherever the fuck this guy goes.
Yeah. And then that's the thing nowadays is I mean, you have everything on YouTube and like I think and my thing, because I went to college and did a year and a half and just, didn't work out because when I was restarting all this stuff I already learned, and it's expensive, and I just and so that already justified me not wanting to be there. But then I was never doing all these classes.
I knew we had a lot in common.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? We have tests?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
I thought we passed all that shit already.
So,
well, and that's the thing. So when you went to college, right? And you were doing this, and you were like, okay, I want to do this, but I can also fucking probably self-teach.
Yeah.
Like, get your camera now and do your own thing, right?
Yeah.
I'm no you, right? But, dude, I can fucking run a camera good enough where I'm not going to pay somebody $500 to take photos for me.
Yeah.
Or more, I should say.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess that pretty much is like, and instead of me, because you got to realize, tell the people, like, cameras cost. Like, the camera's like, well, I think mine was $2,500. The Canon R5 is what I run.
Yep.
And I thought that was the expensive part. No, it's not. The fucking lenses,
batteries,
are exactly.
Yeah, everything.
The computer that you got to fucking work on, right?
Yeah.
So like, it's not a cheap hobby.
No, not at all. That's why people charge so much, and like,
I get it now.
Yeah, and so I've been booked for outside shoots, and I've had a couple people where they're like, can you go any cheaper, blah, blah, blah. And usually, like, I'm not the person trying to like overcharge and stuff, so I'll work with people, but like, I mean, a lot of people don't understand like the money that goes into the gear. I mean, computer, you need it, like, especially with videos and stuff, you need a computer that can handle the files.
The subscription just to even have Lightroom. You know what I mean? Like, and I used to be that guy that was like, man, give me a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because, all this shit, when I did videos for gladiators and shit, I'm like, man, I need a better deal than this.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nah, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? If the people ain't gonna give me a better deal, I'm just gonna learn how to do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get my own shit. Dude, I feel bad ripping these motherfuckers off because I had no idea how expensive this shit was until I got my fucking feet wet and going into it. And I was like, oh my God. And then the process of your time to do this. And, of course, my time was going to be way more because I didn't know how to do it. It was a learning experience. But when you learn it, though, it's there. And when you put out a film, there's nothing cooler than that.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Like, to me, it was more like, rewarding for me to video or sizzle. And like, people were like, oh, this is badass. And I was like, dude, this is badass. It took me fucking 2 weeks to do it for 30 seconds. But hey, and when I first started, dude, I had no idea. But it's a trade that I will so ever grateful for now.
Yeah. And like, going off that, it's such a big, like, inspiration is you using your own eye and your time and the way you do, and taking pride in what you do, and then posting something, and then someone's that's badass, or that's cool, or do a video for me like that, or whatever. And it's such a cool thing to see, because then you're like, it's your work. It's like an artist, you have someone painting a picture, and then you have people looking at it and stuff, and they're like,
whoa, you get paid for this?
Yeah.
And rightfully so now that I know, like, it's no different, like you said, like an artist, right?
Yeah.
Like a painting or whatever, because, you know, we got to be at the right place, right time, right lighting,
Yep.
whatever, right? For a bomb ass picture, right? Like, and I was getting to this point was like, when I go out and take pictures, and like I remember perfectly this time we were in Abu Dhabi together, and we went out, took the camera, and we were talking, and I'm trying to have fun with you, and what'd you say?
The bokeh.
The bokeh.
Yep.
I had no
remember that.
idea what the fuck bokeh was. Like, I just played it off. I was like, oh, look at that depth. And
Yeah.
you came out of me like that bokeh pops.
Yeah. You called it something. I can't remember what you called it, but I was like, no, I was like, it's called bokeh.
Yeah, and I because that's what I love about it is like there, you know, because when I was fighting, none of this existed, right?
Yeah.
Like none of it. I mean, you had to have a whole production crew come down, and I think that's why I like doing it now, because like I said, one day this is all going to be gone, and like this is all going to be memories, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I always like send pictures to Justin and be like, hey man, remember this? Like, and I just feel like I love pictures. I love videos, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, I enjoy taking pictures more.
Mm-hmm.
And just because I think pictures, not only does it take me back in time, but it freezes time for me. I don't know. What do you like more, videos, or do you like taking pictures?
I think, well, I'd say pictures, because I've had a passion for it longer.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like, video is different. I mean, I've been doing videos for almost.
You've been doing videos for a minute now.
Yeah, it's been probably 4 years now, and I've never really done any videos up until that point. But like, it's different because pictures, I've been doing it for a long time now, that like I know what I want to shoot, and like I have my own certain style with pictures and stuff. But video, like, I'm new to it, so I'm trying to try new things and film certain ways, and and yeah, just try different ways on filming and editing and music and all that. But with video, I'm such a big movie nerd that I take a lot of inspiration from movies and certain ways movies are filmed and all that. So it's hard to pick, but I mean, I'd probably say pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not only that, I think, like, you could tell a story with a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think is really cool about pictures.
Yeah. Here's why I like pictures too. It's less more time for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can fucking upload a fucking 100 fucking pictures, and I can fucking Lightroom those bitches up fast.
Yeah. It's easy. They make it efficient now, because like, I'll do a whole, like when Justin or Corey works out, I'll take pictures for
an hour
and a half, and I get 1,000 pictures, and I'm done editing within an hour, and like, and you still take time and adjust every single photo, but like, you can set your presets,
or you know what you already like, so you're used to those controls, right? So that's why it takes less time, and that's one of those things where I always try to tell people, I'm like, when I do like side jobs or whatever, I'm like, hey man, you're not paying me by the hour, you're paying me for my experience. And I think that it should be goes a long ways in any kind of trade. Whether a plumber comes down and fucking fixes your fucking shitter in 15 minutes and he charges you fucking arm and a leg, but guess what? If you knew how to do that shit and you had the right tools, you would have called them in the first place.
Yep.
That's why I always fucking don't bitch when, I have to call a person over to help me out, whether it's, a fireplace guy or a fucking, plumber, My wife be dropping deuces in the fucking shit or me fucking. I mean, I can't get it. I'm over here dry even. Oh, she gonna kill me on that one. But you know what I mean? Like honestly, like, you pay for the fucking experience, not the time. And I think in videography, pictures, whatever. That is a perfect fucking example of it. You know what I mean? Like it really is. And just from my experience, you know, how many you've done in your career?
Kind of whole range. I've done probably the most outside work for Hyatt hotels. My mom, she's I can't remember her position title, but she's high up in marketing and there's like 3 people that kind of run like the marketing for all the Hyatt hotels, and there's so many separate brands within Hyatt.
Hey, my hat's off to her.
Yeah,
I got to go first class with that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I owe her a lot still. You know what I mean? And how cool was that?
Yeah, I will never forget that.
I won't either. You know what I mean? I won't either. But go ahead. My bad.
But there, did some work for them for that, and then I did like a high end kind of video shoot where they hired these crazy film crews and hire models and stuff, and for them, and so that was kind of a cool experience. Can't complain about the traveling part of it, but
all expenses paid.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, but those days, like that trip was crazy because I worked. We would, and then I have no problem doing it, but like we'd wake up at 6, meet up with everyone around 7, and we're filming all the way until like 8 o'clock at night. So it's full days.
It's a full day, but
you're getting everything. They're trying to get so much done within a day or two. So
but it's
cool
also
to see.
fun though, right?
Yeah, and I mean it's a cool experience. Like, and then so done. I think probably 5 or 6 different shoots for Hyatt, and I mean that's just
Hyatt's like a huge hotel too.
Yeah, well then like a lot of people don't know like they have so many off brands. So I mean you have like Hyatt hotels that have like Grand Hyatt and Hyatt Place and you know all the stuff that says Hyatt, but then you have like the Thompson hotels which are more like kind of hipster young people.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, there's one in Denver, Thompson, Denver. And then you have like the Dreams and Secrets hotels, which are like the Mexico resorts and stuff.
Oh
and then,
shit, those are sweet.
Yeah, and those are nice. And then you have like the European brands and then you have Asian brands, Tokyo. I mean, they're all over the world,
everywhere.
Yeah, and a lot of them aren't don't have Hyatt within the name. It's just a part of the collection. And so it's cool. Like, you know, my mom's always traveling.
Yeah,
doing that,
which was awesome.
Yeah, and she loves it. But you know, it like, and I've always wanted to travel, but I'm sure you probably know, like traveling back to back. I mean,
it was brutal.
It
was brutal.
It's such a hassle.
Yeah, it's tough, and I'm like, damn, I didn't even get time to fucking download the footage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And any of this shit, you know what I mean? That's like, to me, that's like a big issue with me is like, I like to take what I took and take my time and do my shit. Cause I mean, let's keep it real. Like I don't go on all these exotic trips all the time, but so when I go on a cool trip, you know what I mean? Like I want to take the cool pictures and I want to fucking put time in editing them. And because not only am I going to share them with my loved ones, but I'm going to share them to the world. Right. And I don't want to just throw garbage out there, you know?
Yeah.
And social media is such a big deal now that, you know, it's also my image. You know what I mean? It's a guy's image and, or how you forsake it. Social media is a fucking monster thing in today's society. And it's not a bad job to be a videographer right now.
No. And
you know what I mean?
Yeah. And anything could blow up at any point.
I mean, well, let's take my videos. You know, I did that voiceover on them, but like, if I didn't have you video them and, or whatever, like, and me do them, like, dude, I gained I think in that first video, I gained like 3,000 followers, which is stupid.
Yeah. It's crazy.
In a matter of 24 hours. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's nuts. And honestly, like, that's why I say, like, and, you know, that is a perfect example of pay for my experience, not my time, because you knew, now, your experience knows, or where, when it's, in practice mode yet, we're going to fuck around.
Yeah. You
Well,
have to get that.
You have to get it. You know what I mean? Like, that's either good for me or good for the deal. And feel like, and this is part of the reason why I really wanted you on the podcast too, because I know we have a big series coming up too, coming up all the way in March. But like people got to know where credit's due. Is like people are like, oh, I got this. I'm doing these videos now. No, it comes from you, and you have done this stuff. I don't even know how long have I known you now for. When did you hire on with taking over Justin? Because your dad used to do it forever.
Yeah.
I started doing it, and then your dad got way better than me, and like he did it, and he bought cameras.
Yeah.
And it was just like, holy shit, Trevor, you cannot edit and film and try to run practice and do all this at once.
Yeah, I mean,
he killed it for a while, bro. Your dad did. I could not believe it.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing with video work or videography is, anyone can do it, and the way they tell stories is always going to be different. And the way he told his stories is cool because, I mean, it's from his perspective.
Yep.
But yeah, so I mean, watching his, he does a really good job.
Yeah.
And everything he does, he's good at. So I mean,
that's why you guys. Your apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, right?
Yeah. And but he hired me on in 2020.
Was it 2020? Holy shit! So it was before COVID and all that.
Yeah. Well, no, it was
right during COVID.
During
COVID.
Yeah, because it was like March 2020 where everything fell to shit and started in like July. And that was right before when he fought Khabib.
No, you didn't go to Ferguson fight. Your dad was doing the Ferguson fight then?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That was the last. Well, no, I was gonna say that's the last video he did, but no, he did one for Kamara and Rose.
Really?
Abu Dhabi, yeah, in like the summer.
That's right. That's right. Holy shit! So 2020. Well, and it's 25 now, but I've known you since you were a little kid. And I remember you being, I always knew it was you because when your dad used to come in, and I went to your dad's T's TKO in 2004.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember he had like a wife beater on one time, a little white tank top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he had your tattoo. He has a tattoo of you with the fucking your wrap on his hand, right? And I was like, damn, is that you as a kid? And then, like, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks later, bam, there's little Terrence.
Yeah.
And I see you running around the gym, and I was like, that is this fucking kid. I could tell, like, totally. And it's crazy because who would have ever thought, like, you do what you do, the MMA world, fighting world.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I got to say, like, your dad was gone all the time. Your dad was, making money. That's what he knew, right? Doing all this stuff. And like, literally, I look at like, if I got to miss something for my kids, it's fucking tough. So was it, you knew your dad was gone coaching these guys. And you're like, damn, what, was that shit hard growing up?
I mean, at that kind of that age, like TKO and stuff for like Grudge, I was kind of too young to understand. But once I started getting into sports and stuff, he was so busy.
So when he was in the Grudge era,
and I mean, I think I just noticed it more because I was a little bit older. So like, but he had so many fighters. Like,
oh, your dad had so many fighters.
And he was traveling all the time, and and like running gyms. You're there all the time.
It's a business. It's running. You're married to it.
And that's what he wanted to do, and that's where that's what put him where he is.
Yeah,
now,
I mean
'cause
that's
he-
where he's now. It's exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, and I'm not trying to stir any pot up or anything, but like because I'm a dad now,
Yeah.
and I knew it probably kills your dad. It probably kills your dad more now,
Yeah.
seeing you now, like
Yeah. Yeah.
growing up because he knows he can't do it, but Trevor will always have a fucking special place in my heart because I'm a loyal motherfucker,
Yep.
and when the gyms were split up and everything, and I was at the end of my career anyways, I knew it. And your dad gave me a job,
Mm.
which pretty much felt like piano off my back, being a broke fighter all the time. And like he was going to give me a fucking monthly salary to coach at his gym, give me a black belt, like fuck, dude. Like Trevor was like the man back there anyway. I mean, everybody came to train with Trevor,
Yep.
and he was like, hey, man, why don't you come and train with me and learn with me and help me out? And I was like, dude, are you kidding me? But like, now that I have kids now and it's just me, it's just like, damn, dude, your dad was literally building his legacy the whole time. And that's why he'll be always remembered through the UFC deal. That's why he has those belts in his room and everything. And I just, I think like, man, it would be fucking hard for me to miss my daughter's play because I'm coaching Justin Gaethje, which I've had, you know what I mean? And it's not that I don't want to be there, but it's also like I also have a job to do. I got to get paid. This is our job, right? So like, I'm just glad you understand that now. I mean, I'm sure it was probably at one point it was probably pretty tough, but
yeah, I mean, like high school and stuff, it was tough, but like there's nothing I would ever hold against him or or anyone because that it's just part of life,
Yeah.
But I mean, the best part about all this is like working with him.
Yeah, now
I get to
you're
work
around
with
him all the time.
every day, so it's like it's a cool.
You're
thing.
like, can I
grew
just
up-
call it sick?
Yeah.
I don't want to see your ass again today.
Yeah, so I'm like, I'm like, now that I've been there, I'm like, like things rub off on me, like his dad jokes and
Oh yeah,
and
you
everything, so it's
are
like,
totally your dad's because you have the same kind of humor. You have everything just like that. But like honestly, like Terrence, man, you're a great kid, man, and I'm thankful that we've got to be coexist in the same kind of atmosphere that your dad created over this. Like, I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I am so lucky that just obviously Justin lets me be part of the camp and be one of the coaches, but like I really feel like your dad had a lot to do with that too.
Yeah.
And it just I was saying like I'm a loyal motherfucker and I am a loyal dude because when the whole gym I stood by Trevor's side, side by side, whatever, but like I literally said, and they know me now, was like, do I love having fun, laughing, joking? You know me more than anything. Like, but when it's time to fucking punch somebody in the face, I'll be the first one to do it for you guys. You know what I mean? Like, and and I think I just know that the feelings are mutual. Like, we all have an understanding now that like, Terrence did this or Justin's sneaking his ex-girlfriend back in here, like we all have our own little thing, like you know what I mean, like me, like I do what I gotta do, and but like it's what makes our team so unique that we all know each other and we all respect each other, like what their positions are. There isn't no me in the team. And totally. I feel like that's why our team is so special and so easy to capture on film for you.
Yeah,
honestly.
Exactly. Yeah. And everyone's their own puzzle piece, like, and then, and like the cool thing is, we bring in guys like George and stuff, and like it just adds more to.
Just it's more gasoline on the fire, right?
Yeah, and then like, I mean, it's just cool. Like the funnest I've had was when we went up camping, before Justin's fight with Dustin. We did that day up in the mountains, took the Can-Ams. Like that's cool because it's like it's team bonding, and like it's and taken away from so much focus on training and the camp that it like, and I think honestly as a whole, like the whole camp, there's so much of that within the training that it like it's not like so focused on the fight, and then like I think that's important.
I think that is so important, dude. Because like I just know for a fact, like we're not there with Justin all the time, but when he goes to bed, closes his eyes, he's thinking of that, right? Like, and his caliber, like that's why I always try to make the most of everybody's time, right? Like even if it cost me my leg to get fucking murdered a couple of times, it's worth it because I'm not punching a 5 to 9 clock, you know what I mean? Or a 9 to 5 clock. When I say 5 to 9, I'm not punching a 9 to 5 clock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm doing what I want. I'm doing what I love, and I get to fucking be with a fucking what do you call it? A superstar.
Yeah. I mean, that's one of my favorite things because I've had.
Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I take it for granted.
Yeah, totally.
Because like I'm like, dude, this guy, and then I'm like, I have to be, look back and like I see all these other people looking at him, and I'm like, damn, I am fucking lucky.
Yeah, I know, and I do the same thing. And like my last job I worked at BMW and service department, and I liked it because I was
BMW good. Black wieners. What is that?
BMW, the car.
Oh, big Mexican wieners. I got one of those.
Oh my god!
No, I just go.
But yeah, so I worked there in the service department. And I was like good with people and kind of making everything run efficiently.
Yeah.
But like, man, like people there just treat you like shit, and like you just hate. You just same thing every day, and like, I mean, I enjoyed it because like there's good memories and stories of customers.
There's
and,
good people still out there,
and like
that appreciate your customer service.
Yeah, totally, yeah, and looking back, like I'm it's parts of it. It's like compared to that. I mean, it's like 9 days. I can't even compare.
You don't have to wear a uniform.
Nope.
Wear whatever the fuck you want.
Yep.
That's why I say, like, people are like, look at me and they're like, damn. Like, your dad calls me out every day. Aren't you tired of wearing those sandals and flip flop shorts and shit?
Yeah.
Like, this is my tear. This is what I get to wear to work, dog. You know what I mean? Like, how cool is that? We get to wear jumpsuits, sweats, whatever the fuck
pajamas,
we want. Yeah, we can wear whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
Right? I get to wear any stupid t-shirts. I do got a good t-shirt coming out for first day of filming.
What is it?
I guess I could say it to you.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
I got it. It says El Jefe. I'm the Jefe around here, dog.
His video with when he dropped Justin.
Yeah.
Someone in the comments was like, "Damn, Justin got dropped by the lead singer of Deftones."
The best one was the hamburger. The hamburger. They called me the guy from McDonald's. The hamburger, the fat guy that fucking would eat all the hamburger. They were like, damn, Luke's or no, the best one was by somebody from Home Depot. To me, it's just fucking. I comment on that because it's best. I'm like, dude, you got me dying. Like that's just who we are. Like we're putting this out there, so we're having fun, bro.
In comments like that, it's funny because
it's worth
like
it.
It's not, they're not like saying it with ill intention. It's still it's funny.
It's just. It's literally, we put it out there because, yes, we know it's funny and we want to amuse you. Side of Justin, too, right? Not only just my side of whatever it is, but, dude, it's showing you how cool of a cat Justin is.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you, right? Yeah. Because I'm going to tell if that guy doesn't, they're not fucking posting that. No fucking way.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just shows you what kind of a guy he is, let alone how our camp is. Like we're literally like we have fun. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if you had to pick and choose, a camp worried about like, damn, am I accepted, whatever. Dude, 2 Saturdays I came in and when all the fighters were in there that one Saturday, I don't think you were there. But I was like, God damn, I started showing up on Saturdays. I was like, holy shit. All the old ex guys showed up. Brandon. I mean, you're talking about guys in the UFC, like who's who, Alex, just whoever. And I'm like, the energy in there that your dad was teaching forward. Nobody had gloves on. Was just all footwork shit. And I was like, God damn it. I mean, it was full.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, this is fucking sweet.
Yeah. I think that's a important thing is like the like environment that he creates. It's not like I don't know, like when people always ask me about like, like fight camps and stuff, like I always picture, like if I was from the outside, I always picture camps as being like drill camps and like, so serious and like, no fucking around, and I don't know if that goes back to like, when I play lacrosse and stuff, everything is so serious and like, no fucking around.
Yeah.
And like going to different gyms and seeing kind of classes, it's so much different than how it is with us, and even my dad coaching classes. And it's cool seeing because he hasn't done as much classes like that the last couple of years.
I haven't seen him do that shit at all.
Yeah.
Well, and the first time I seen him do that was that Saturday on Sundays or Saturdays that he does footwork drills, but it's usually like 2 or 3 people from what I remember.
Yeah.
And then I walked in and I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
We're caught out, right? So, but the other day was seeing you and Christina and him, and I was happy for him, honestly.
Yeah. And like, I mean, obviously I enjoy it because, we're working out, but it's cool because I think he gets it.
Yeah.
He enjoys doing that, with us, but also like obviously he has a special place for coaching people, so I think it's important that he's able to have all these guys come in and teach new guys new things. Because I like personally, if I'm teaching someone something, cameras or whatever, and I'm teaching them something new, I get satisfaction out of that. And I'm sure he's the same way. So when he brings in all these high level guys and he's teaching them something new that they don't know at that caliber,
absolutely.
I mean, it's got to be satisfying.
It's satisfying to him, right? Like all his shit, and like, what I always find out, like I love, like it was the other day, and it was like, well, why do you do that? And bam, he has an answer. Like bam, it isn't like, well, he's looking for. He has the precise answer right there. Why everything has a reason.
Yeah,
and to me, that is why he's always going to be the OG, triple OG of it. You know what I mean? I know like probably like 2 or 3 more, and he's going to go up there as the top, right? When it's all said and done with. But like, that's why I said like our camp is so special. It's so fun. Speaking of the camp, let's tell the people what to expect in the next couple of weeks to come.
So first episode we'll start filming next week. That will come out not this Monday coming up, but the following Monday.
Yep.
And that there'll be episodes every Monday, leading up until the fight, or fight week, and then there'll be a couple more episodes during fight week. Going to try to switch things up a little bit, add a little bit more, maybe a little bit less of training where it's not so repetitive. But at the same time, people
love it.
People like it.
Love it.
And I don't want to. At the same time, I don't want to risk changing things. Might show some more of the Lambo.
Yep.
I don't know if you remember that, but
the Lambo, me and riding in the Lambo and scared shit.
No, I mean that too, but no. Last camp when we were doing the series, there's this thing called setting the scene, and it's pretty much like someone pulling up to a spot, or it's like setting the scene without explaining it. Instead of saying like Justin's showing up at Onyx, it's him pulling up in front of the gym, walking in without having dialogue or text on the screen. So it's kind of setting the scene without using
Which
dialogue.
I like that cinematic shit. Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's what I try to do. So I'm not using all the titles and, you know, and just all the extra stuff I don't need.
Yeah,
and,
you're gonna do you.
Yeah. And so I was getting videos and trying to switch it up where he's pulling up in his Lambo and you know, a couple episodes in, someone, you know, everyone's like, why don't you stop showing the Lambo so much? Or, you know, and then one guy was like, you're showing the Lambo so much that I'm starting to hate Lambos, you know. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, and I was like,
that's
and
the
then-
internet,
yeah,
bro.
then-
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's the
know.
same thing.
But then my grandpa, I talked to him because he watches them, and he's like, you know, one thing I would change is maybe a little less of the Lambo footage. So I was like, oh, maybe. And I don't, you know, sometimes I don't.
But you're
see
doing
that,
what
you know?
you're doing. You are setting the scene, right?
Yeah,
You are.
yeah.
And I
but-
get that. I get that as a videographer, and I get it. You know that you're doing your deal. But at the same time, you just gotta do you, man.
Yeah. But I mean, but like at the same time, it's good because a lot of time that's why I send you guys videos once I finish editing them.
Yeah, like that day of the life, I gave you the feedback. I was like, dude, that shit, that intro was fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I honestly enjoyed the intro, honestly, because I know what it's like to do that stuff. I was like, dude, that shit was fire.
Yeah.
Dude. You know, minus me getting fucked up is could have edited that shit out. You know what I mean? But hey, it is what it is. But yeah, that's what I said. So I'm excited. So you put these out every Monday to the fight, and then you do behind the curtains the week of the fight.
Yep.
And I'm telling you guys, this is embedded. If you guys all like, they love embedded, right? All my listeners love embedded, and they like, you know, this is embedded with us for 6 weeks, right?
Yeah. And that's, I mean, Embed is great because, you know, you get to see all the fighters, but like my goal with his series is building a connection with the fans and Justin and us, or, you know, you guys.
Oh, it's done, dude. You have no idea what it's done for me. Like, people got to know me and like, oh man, you're a funny motherfucker. I like you. I'm gonna check your podcast out.
Yeah.
That. It's helped me build my brand too. So, like I said, like I thank you, Terrence, because like for, you know, giving me a little spot on Justin's platform, because it's been rewarding for me, like numerous, the way you put me out there. And you know, sometimes I want to fucking be like, damn, you could have fucking left that shit out. But you know what I mean? But why? Because that's who I am, right?
Yeah,
That's who I am. And I enjoy it. I think you're really good and crafted on it. And I can't wait for this series to start. I know my kids every day, like, you know, every out, and you know, you send them out to us before it airs.
Yeah.
It's like movie night.
Yeah.
And my kids are, oh, Dad, why you gotta do that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
My daughter's more like that.
Yeah.
Dad, you're embarrassing me. But it's fun, you know what I mean? Because that's who I am. And I really enjoy it. And I honestly got to say, I'm anxious for this fight because, one, I know Justin wants to come back and get his hand raised again.
Yeah.
I could tell right away.
Yeah.
To come back on top. And I seen the same way he is now is when he got done and got beat by Poirier the first time.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, we got to keep going. Like, this is, you know what I mean? Like, I honestly thought, you know, he was going to get burnt out, tired of, you know, fighting and stuff and this and that. I don't think that boat's showed up yet.
No,
so
no.
I'm excited for him. And that's why we got to keep doing this whole deal, because, you know, we got to keep making it fun for him, because, you know, what I'm going to do without my cash cow when he hangs him up. Oh man, no. I will be happy and sad at the same time the day he hangs it up.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
I will be happy for him because he'll be fucking possessed with golf. And for me,
You might have to pick up some golf, you know?
I'm gonna have to do something on his fucking dollar. Right. I mean, I need my inhaler now. We be taking the carts all the time.
Yeah.
But anyways, Terrence, where can people find more of your work and stuff?
I mean, I have my website. That shows, that shows a little bit of the fight stuff, but that has a lot of my like outside work, landscape pictures. It shows some of my work I've done for Hyatt.
You love that shit too. I know you do.
No, yeah, that's my biggest passion is landscape photography and stuff. And yeah, waterfalls. I love waterfalls.
You love waterfalls.
Yeah. This summer, me and Addie, my girlfriend, were trying to go to Iceland.
Oh
and Iceland's
shit!
like my top place to go to because
damn, can you imagine the photos you're gonna get?
And Iceland's the coolest because you get all 4 elements or whatever
Yeah,
you get volcano, snow, or glaciers.
You get it all, don't you?
All of it, yeah.
I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah, Iceland is such a cool place, and I mean it's a decent size, but I mean it's just like an island that has everything. Black sand, beaches, the mountains. All these crazy waterfalls.
Think about that. Damn.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, and it's been a dream, and so we're gonna try to kind of plan out a trip, and the cool thing there is you could rent like a Sprinter van and just drive around the whole island and camp out in it. Yeah. Or you just, go to little hotels.
Yeah.
It's not like very like big hotels and and stuff, but
no, that Sprinter van would be sweet as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna try to do that.
Damn, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet as hell.
Yeah. Yeah. But stuff like that stuff like is what drives me. Like I don't know, like pictures. That's why when I get pictures that I blow myself away. Like videos, I get the same feeling, but not to the extent of pictures, landscape pictures and stuff like that. When I can take a good picture, and like personally, like when I take my own picture and I'm like blown away by it, not like trying to be like I'm just like proud of my picture. That's what drives me. It's a little different for videos, but
it's what makes your cookie crumble.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's what you got to do. And like, dude, Iceland sounds badass, honestly.
Yeah.
I will say this though. I know we're wrapping this up, but I got to ask the question. So you get a film Corey, you get a film Kamaru Usman, you get a film Justin Gaethje. I'm gonna put you in the spotlight.
All right.
Who is the most photogenic out of all 3 of those?
Pictures or
pictures wise?
Kamaru.
Okay. Why do you say that? His built, his abs, his at all.
Yeah, I mean, like Justin, like my dad. I get a little.
Yeah, Blair. It's white.
White.
Oh, so you're saying because he's black now or what?
No. No, Eddie's just like
it is darker,
like,
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
and Corey's the same way, right?
Yeah.
So picture wise, all right.
Yeah, come on, and it's hard to describe, but like, I mean, even Corey too. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but like, their stance, and the way they hold their hands up, and in between punches or combos, it's the way they look at my dad or the bag or something. It's hard to describe, but like I like taking pictures of Kamaru because like I think also he likes his picture being taken.
Oh,
so like I
he
think
knows. Yeah. I'll guarantee you.
Yeah.
Guarantee you he does.
Yeah. So like his pictures end up turn out better. But like with Justin, but yeah, they're all kind of different in their own.
Yeah, they are.
Style,
I've noticed that too. I've noticed that in all your things. They're all great pictures, but they're all different styles, right? And that's for different fighters, right?
Yeah. And even like going to like when I used to take pictures at high altitude, like even those guys are different. Like I'll have a guy, I'll take pictures of 100 times and like only 4 of his pictures turn out good, and then I have a different guy do the same thing, and like
right?
100 pictures turn out good every time.
I
like,
know. It's weird. So. I know. I because every time I go like a different sparring partner, share it with all the guys that he spars with.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "That's all you got." I'm like, "Bitch, that's all you
that's
gave
all
me because you ain't got no good ones, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry." And then I'll throw like 6 or 8 of them to another guy,
Yeah.
He's like, oh my God, thanks, man. I'm like, yeah, no, thank you. They made me, they're fun to take, actually. Yeah. It's weird how that works, right? I don't know. But okay, so as far as like videoing, capturing videos, who's the best one to take?
I kind of say the same thing. They're all
different.
Kamaro's good on camera. Justin's, good on camera too. I haven't had much like what I've seen from Corey and the stuff that him and Elias do and what they put out on YouTube and stuff. He's good on camera.
Yeah.
And like interviews and stuff. They're all
they're all different, huh?
They're all different, yeah. And you can see like the guys that enjoy, being on the camera and talking and kind of and it's a little different with. And I haven't really done stuff like this with Kamaro. I did one camp when he fought Burns. We did a behind the scenes with him and I mean he does good on camera too. But I think Justin's kind of started to accept the role and like he sees
he's realizing how much fame it's gotten him too. Though. Like it really has.
Yeah, I think that's why he picks on you a little bit.
Yeah, I know he does, pussy. Fucking, I need my pay cut, dog. No, it's been great for me because it's helped me out on my deal, and it's good for me. Like honestly, like I mean, like honestly, how many guys get to do that? How many guys get to do what I do?
Well, I mean, look at the guys that when they do meet and greets and they ask to be leg kicked by Justin.
Yeah, and they line up and
blows my mind.
And I get to come in there every day and get to fucking do this. I mean, sometimes it gets old. Don't get me wrong, but like, literally, I'm literally, I love my job. I really do. I love it. And like I said, there's times where I do take it for granted, but like, I literally was like, that's how he makes our relationship though. Like, I don't take our friendship for granted. It's just, we're friends. You know what I mean? Like, we're to me, he's not the superstar. He's my fucking friend that came in the Grudge back in the day that, called headgear a helmet. You know what I mean? Like he he got invited to my wedding and he ate all my fucking macaroni salad. Nobody else could have fucking eat it. You know what I mean? Like he's that guy, and he's a guy that asked me for a haircut money back in the day. You know what I mean? Like that's him. And now he's driving the Lambo.
Yeah.
But he's taking care of us all the way up. He gives us a job.
Yeah. I think the thing with Justin is he's the most real person most real fighter you'll meet or person in general. Like he doesn't put on a front or anything. He is who he is.
That's why I say like just because you're friends with Justin is a huge thing. It is. But once you cross that line with Justin and like betray him, lie to him, steal from him, do whatever, just like anybody else, you probably will never be back in that circle again, which you shouldn't be, right? And that's one thing I've learned from Justin is like, this motherfucker, you give him loyalty, he's going to give you the world. And that's one thing I will say about that.
Yep.
He's done for me, more so now. I don't know. Maybe because he's tired of me whooping that ass, dog. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good chance.
I gotta give him that ass whooping sometimes. I've been letting him get by with all these leg kicks and shit, and enough's enough. I had to start fighting back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, cameras are rolling Monday, so we got everything on film.
Dog, I know. I need to get an extra peptide in me or something. Oh, but hey, honestly, I cannot wait for that films, and I hope it makes it easy, makes your job easy. But that's what it is. At the end of the day, when these films are all done, we all have one goal. We all have one goal that Justin goes in there, fucking performs, and comes out okay. That's just it. Yeah, do we want to win? Fuck yeah, we all try to win, but the main goal is him to fucking pick up a golf club after each fight.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I give a fuck about. I want a guy that fucking be able to go with me and fucking when my daughter fucking brings her first boyfriend over, I want Justin Gaethje there. You know what I mean? Yeah. I do, because he's a superstar. Who am I? But I don't know. That being said, Terrence, Dan, What can people find you on the IG?
It's I Visualize, so EYE Visualize on Instagram.
And you got your own website.
Yep. Yeah. Links in my bio to my website, just terrencewittmanphoto.com. That's got all my outside stuff. Has fighting stuff, but
Nice.
I need to get better on my Instagram about posting fighting stuff.
Yeah. And well, not only that, but like you do all Onyx stuff.
Yeah.
So
So
people
everything
can-
on Onyx.
Yeah. So everybody can find you on Onyx too.
Yeah.
on all
Onyx
the
Labs on Instagram.
Onyx Labs on Instagram, and the videos on YouTube will be on what?
Justin Gaethje. Yeah, just Justin Gaethje on YouTube.
Yeah, the real Justin Gaethje.
Yeah, the real.
The
Yep.
real one, not that fake bullshit.
No.
All right, man. I don't know. Tomas, you got anything?
He's got to give us one of his dad jokes.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
I did see this joke the other day. I thought it was pretty funny. I think I could get you with it. Fuck was it? What's the difference between wallpaper and toilet paper?
You tell me.
That's fucking disgusting.
That is a fucking dad joke. That's totally a fucking joke. I'm gonna use that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's all that. I was like, that's good.
Oh my God. You are crazy. All right, man. Well, like I said, I appreciate you coming all the way out here, and I look forward to seeing you this whole camp again. I appreciate you, everything you do, and like I just said, the amount of views that I get on those videos now are so fucking priceless that I love it. So thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on. This is
Well,
fun.
shit. I told you, man. I've been wanting to have you on, and people wanted you have you on, so it's kind of good. So I can't wait to get the feedback. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, well, you got to realize, man, we get to hang out with that goober all the time, so we get to know him. Like every time I call that fool or he calls me, he's on the shitter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Mm.
I'm like, what do you? Can't you call me when you're not on the shitter? So guess what I started doing?
Calling when you're on the shitter.
Yeah, I FaceTime that fool when I'm on the shitter. But I don't like being on the shitter that long, dude. I like to fucking, and he gets mad at me because I show my wipe. All right, man, we out. Oh shit. Oh.